Keystone State will remain debateless after the gubernatorial candidates cannot reach common ground on the terms of the forum. Republican Doug Mastriano sent a recent debate proposal to AG Josh Shapiro, his opponent, but Shapiro declined. Mastriano posted this statement on social media, saying, quote, "I'll run circles around him. The guy's a coward. He refuses to debate me," end quote.
Joining us now is Pennsylvania State Senator and Republican gubernatorial candidate Doug Mastriano. Hey, welcome, Doug. Thanks for coming on today. I know we're 6 weeks out from the election, so I'm sure it's a very busy time for you. But could you find time for a debate?
Absolutely, yes. Not just yes, but heck yes. And the funny thing is, I'll leave, hey, Josh, bring Donna Brazil. She could feed you the questions ahead of time like she did with Hillary Clinton in 2016. And I'll still smoke you. But he's hiding. And it's the same playbook. They're not debating in Arizona. They're not debating in Maryland. I mean, so we see the same threat here. When you have these elite Democrat types born with a silver foot in his mouth, in his case, a wanted-for-nothing groom for the job, that when he's actually called out to stand before a retired Army colonel who's debated hard issues in front of presidents and prime ministers and generals, he can't stand it, so he's hiding from it.
What do you think it is? And maybe you can explain to the viewers, but what have you heard from Shapiro's camp in terms of why a debate will not take place?
He believes that it seems, now I can't get into his brain, but it seems like his campaign is terrified of the fact they saw me debate in the primary back in April or May, and just dominated that. They see that I have these experiences. I'm a doctor of history, I have a master's degree. Like I said, I stood before leaders of entire nations, discussing and debating hard issues before members of the UN even, and traveling the world in Afghanistan and elsewhere. And it's going to be really difficult for him to stand before me. He's never faced anyone who's not been a politician like me.
So it sounds like, again, as of right now, nothing is scheduled, but that doesn't stop candidates from using social media to share their thoughts. This is from his Twitter account there, saying this: you have to ask yourself, what makes Doug Mastriano so appealing to white supremacists, anti-Semites, and extremists? He speaks their language and empowers their hate, and he's recruiting them to join his campaign. He's too dangerous to be governor of Pennsylvania. Why do you think he would write that?
He's desperate, and it's typical of Democrats. That he cannot talk about the issues. Emma, he's been the attorney general for 6 years, and his record is abysmal. On his watch, crime has gone up 40%. As a senior law enforcement, has a 40% increase. We've had 946 carjackings or attempted carjackings in Philadelphia alone this year. We're on track for a record number of homicides in Philadelphia, pushing 600. We're fourth highest in fentanyl deaths. So instead of talking about his record, and sadly, thank God we have Newsmax, because the traditional media won't ask him any questions, so he can't run on a record. They're shielding him from that. If he's on a stage with me, I'll run circles around him because he's got an abysmal record. So what do the Democrats default to? When you don't have an argument, you devolve to ad hominem attacks. That's a logical fallacy, where you attack the person. And the thing is, if you think about the irony here, we have an entitled guy who sends his kids to the wealthiest, most elitist school in the nation, about $40,000 per kid, wants for nothing, but he's calling somebody a retired Army colonel who served in uniform for 30 years, defended our freedoms. He's labeling me that. I had top secret access for 30 years, ran operations around the world for combat deployments. And he thinks it's okay to lambaste somebody who's been vetted by the government, investigated over and over again. This is an insult not just on Doug Mastriano. This is an insult on every veteran and every veteran's family out there. Josh, it's not okay to devolve to your little cute Democrat playbook here and call other people who served this country, those kind of names. Additionally, shame on him playing that card, because actually, like I said, the rest of Pennsylvania, we don't have school choice, but he can afford school choice for his kids. And, the rest of us are condemned to these terrible schools in Pennsylvania, like in Philadelphia. And the idea that somebody, white supremacists, too dangerous for America. So let's break that down. Are we extreme? Are we radical? Of course not. We stand for basic values. That's why we're seeing Democrats and independents flocking to me. 60% of the independents are going to vote for me, it looks like, at this point here. The polls have us even, and he spent $26 million in hit ads on me. It's not working. if there's anything extreme about me, let me lay it out here. I'll answer him. Josh, wake up, brother. I'm extreme on the Constitution. I love our country and Constitution so much that I wore a uniform for 30 years, unlike you, Josh, and was willing to lay down my life. I'm so extreme in my love for American people here that I was willing to go away and fight wars and leave my family behind to do that here. If that's dangerous to his ideas and vision for Pennsylvania, then so be it.
I got to jump in really quickly on this. You mentioned some hit pieces and some pushback, if you will, from media, from your opponent. The New York Times recently put out an article as well. I'm sure you've seen it. If you haven't, here it is on your screen. Mastriano's sputtering campaign, no TV ads, tiny crowds, little money. Essentially, it trails badly in polling, talking that you're not, or showcasing that you're not getting Republican support as well in this. What is your response to that Times article?
Sean, it's just hilarious. So I've been traveling the state. We've been almost all 67 counties since May now. Last night, and that was an event that we're invited to. It was not my own event. So it doesn't matter. We'll go to small crowds and big crowds. That, unlike Josh Shapiro. By the way, Josh Shapiro, and this is answering your question, when he announced his candidacy in Pittsburgh, a city of almost 1 million, he had a whopping 65 people show up to his rally. And we did we did my announcement in Gettysburg a day after a snowstorm. We had 1,500 people pack the room. We had no place for them. We went to Delaware County a week and a half, 2 weeks ago at Gadsby's, and we had to turn people away. Last night, I was in Juniata County. Might not sound familiar to you. It's a pretty, rural county. And we planned it 3-4 days out. It's a work day. Most Republicans are working. I expected 25 people there. I had like 200 people show up. Last night, I was in Cumberland County on a work night once again, a fundraiser, and we had 300 people packed out. Ron DeSantis rally in Pittsburgh, we had 2,000. Donald Trump came to Scranton the day after Joe Biden had about 50 people show up with sleepy little Josh rather, and we had about 12,000 show up. New York Times doesn't care about the truth. Sadly, they're not letting the facts get in the way of a good story, and they're just deceitful individuals. We're going to win big. All the polls have us with neck and neck with Josh Shapiro, and we have not even run ads yet. The ads are coming in a couple days.
All right. That's a little preview there. And again, as we all know, well, everyone gets one vote, and early voting has already begun. Are you encouraging folks to send in their ballots early?
I'm encouraging everyone to get out and vote. And if you can't do it on the 8th, do it now, because you're right, Emma. Every vote counts. Stop waving your fist at the TV and screaming and hollering how bad things are. You saw what happened in Berks County to the Houck family here. We have to take our state back.
All right.
And you get the final word on 8 November.
That's right. Absolutely. And it's quickly approaching. Thank you very much for taking the time with us this morning. That's State Senator Doug Mastriano running for governor of Pennsylvania. We appreciate it.